of the two-part series, The Roots of Weight and Heaviness. So if you did not get to check out that first video, the links will be in the details below. Check that out and then come back here. But if you've already been there and now you're here, welcome. We're going to go over 3 fitness tactics that you can use to combat the 3 hidden reasons why you are still physically and mentally and emotionally heavy, okay? The first one that we talked about in the last video was shame. We had you do an exercise where you wrote out all of the reasons why you've ever wanted to lose weight. And then we also had you write out words of support, love, and encouragement to a young woman, if you're a girl, to a young woman or if you're a woman, to a young girl that you love, that you wanted to speak words of love, encouragement, and support into. What we're going to do now in fitness tactic number 1 is we're going to combat shame with love. We're going to combat shame with love through our own tender but firm touch. We're going to do self-massage. So I want you to take your 2 hands and make little alligator clamps out of them. And we're going to gently massage our upper traps here. You want to apply enough pressure that you feel the massage, but it's not painful, right? It should feel like, ooh, that feels good if you've never had a massage before. Now, in the first video, we talked about breathing. That's how we set our bodies in order to prepare to go into those digging up the roots exercises. And I want you to breathe in that same way. So your exhale is longer than your inhale. And that exhale signals to the body that it can relax. So as you do your self-massage and you're relaxing the body, we're going to tie this into the first exercise that you did from the first video. And I want you to speak words of love, support, and encouragement over yourself. Speak to yourself in a way that someone who loves and adores you would speak to you. That's how you want to speak to yourself. Through physical touch, which releases all of the feel-good hormones in our body that we can actually also receive from physical touch on our own, like physically touching ourselves. Plus the fact that we're changing the tissue tone as we massage are benefits to the physiological part of us. And as we speak words of love, encouragement, and support over ourselves, we're tending to our souls. Because we're 3 in 1. That's fitness tactic number 1 to combat shame, love, self-massage. Fitness tactic number 2, we're talking about combating martyrdom. Not a comfortable one to look at, admit, but we do it often. We become martyrs because we feel like our value is in being willing to suffer for other people, and or we invite unnecessary suffering on ourselves because we think we deserve it. So we're going to combat that today with prioritizing ourselves. Now, if that exercise ruffled your feathers as it did for me when I first did it, today we're going to settle our feathers, right? We're going to shake it out, and we're going to do that with a little jumping. Jumping, you're going to be forceful and explode in the jump, and then you're going to gently receive your body as you land, right? The concept being that we can be forceful and gentle. We can produce and give, and we can receive. And it's in the ability to do both that we are most powerful. Yeah, now, jump training. When you do it, you're getting that impact on your muscular system, on your skeletal system. It's going to actually promote muscle resilience, soft tissue, and it's going to promote bone density. Jump training is not for everybody. Make sure that you are cleared by your medical doctor. None of this is meant to be a workout for you, but it's meant to draw a correlation between how you can train your body while you're training your soul and your spirit. So as we jump, I want you to feel the energy move through your body. Feel what it's like to land and catch yourself. Feel what it's like to produce as much force as you can, as quickly as you can. And while you're doing that, I want you to think about the little ways that you can prioritize yourself as opposed to bending over backwards for everybody else, because we all know that when we do that, if it's not coming from a place of love, it's coming from a place of, I deserve to suffer, or this is how I'm valuable, that's not love. That breeds bitterness and resentment. So as you move in as small of jumps as you need to, or you're doing big jumps, jump how you need and how you want to. Safety first always. If this is not for you, please do not do it. But as you jump, feel the energy move through your body. Okay, we're jump training. How can we prioritize ourselves? You can be forceful. You can be a force, is a better way to put it. And you can receive. You can be explosive in a good way, and you can be gentle in a good way. It's when we're both that we can be well. That's fitness tactic number 2. Fitness tactic number 3, we're combating the last hidden little culprit of why we hold on to our weight physically, mentally, and emotionally. And that last one is disconnection. So we're going to combat that with proper orientation. So we're going to do one of my favorite exercises, squat. As we position in a squat, I want you to stand with your feet hip width apart. I want you to feel what it feels like to move with focus and move without focus. So first things first, safety always. Make sure you do not fall. Make sure your surroundings are clear. If you cannot squat, please do not. This is not an exercise video. This is just demonstrative for education and development purposes. When you squat this first time, feet hip width apart, toes slightly out, I want you to intentionally look down and dart your eyes from left to right as you squat one time. Go ahead. Okay, that's the last time you'll do it that way. Now what I want you to do, same squat position, I want you to look at a focal point, up slightly. I want you to focus on where the wall and the ceiling meet. So we are looking up and honed in on one spot. Now, squat. The second squat provides far more stability in the movement and probably confidence in the movement as well. And the reason being is that your body goes where your eyes go. When you look down, left to right, you want to fall forward, you sway, you're unstable, you're then having to be reactive. When your eyes are focused, you descend, and then your body goes in ascension where your eyes go. When you're in the gym, have a focal point. Keep a focal point for your movements. Focus. In your life, what are you focusing on? This has been a big topic in my close circles for a reason. So when it comes to proper orientation, we're talking about proper alignment. We're talking about is what I'm doing in support of where I want to go. Is what I'm thinking in support of who I am. Now, if you don't know where you want to go and you don't know who you are, I encourage you to find out. Could be part of the problem why you're carrying weight. The physical weight is often a representation of the internal weight. So if we want to get lighter, feel more freedom, and in my experience, physically have an easier time shedding excess pounds and keeping it off, we gotta be willing to go a little bit deeper. So these are the 3 fitness tactics to combat the 3 hidden roots of weight and heaviness. It this helped you today, please share it with a friend, somebody that you love or could benefit from it. If you haven't checked out that first video, check out the links in the description. Please subscribe and ring the bell to get all the notifications, and drop a comment if this was helpful at all, and hope to see you again soon. Take care.